I attended the Bible college in Britain. After I had finished my studies, let me start off like this here this morning. I think it is a very good introduction. I returned to Germany. I lived in North Germany where my parents were. And just north of Hamburg. I always say it's quite funny, you know, I grew up in Hamburg and later on I lived in Frankfurt, but I'm neither a Hamburger nor a Frankfurter. Okay. So when I returned, I just completed my studies and I returned to Germany. In those days we didn't go by plane, we went by train. And I had a whole day of time to kill in London. And I wanted to do some sightseeing. My train left at around midnight and I had the whole day at my disposal. So I wanted to do some sightseeing, but because I had just a couple of coins in my pocket, I couldn't go with an organized tour. I just went from bus to bus, what they call bus hopping. One bus went in that direction. I didn't even know where it was going to. I just went along and then I changed at the bus station, took another bus and another bus and another bus, and I was kind of crisscrossing London the whole time. And then all of a sudden I thought by myself, I need to stretch my legs, I need to move a little bit. I got off the bus and just walked into a residential area for the sake of exercise. All of a sudden, to my surprise, as I passed the house, I saw a nameplate reading George Jeffreys. And I thought, wow, I know of a man called George Jeffreys. He was a man who brought the gospel of signs and wonders to the United Kingdom. I read his book. Can it be that this man lives here? I thought by myself, no, I was just 21 years of age at that time. So my mind said, no, this is London. Jeffreys is a common name, there must be thousands. And George is a very common name, there must be tens of thousands. So this is just a coincidence. But then a still small voice told me inside and said, you've got so much time to kill, why don't you find out? So I walked through the front garden, I pushed the button of the bell, and a lady appeared. I said, excuse me, ma'am, is this the George Jeffreys living in this house whom God used so mightily to bring the gospel of signs and wonders to Britain? And she said to me, yes. I thought, what? I said, may I please see him? She said, no. And I tell you, that lady filled the door frame. She was like a roadblock. And when she repeated her no, I heard a deep voice from the inside saying, let him come in. I don't know how I passed her, but I did. And in I was, and I saw George Jeffreys walking down the stairs. I was awed. I didn't even know that that man was still alive. I said, I'm Reinhard Bonnke. I just finished Bible college. I've got a call to preach the gospel in Africa. And I just stumbled over your house. And while I was talking, trying to explain the situation, George Jeffreys fell on his knees, pulling me down on the carpet. And he started to pray. and bless me and bless me and bless me and bless me and bless me. And the glory of the Lord filled that place. After 30 minutes about, I got up again. I was dazed. I staggered out of the house trying to find the bus stop. And I said to myself, how is it possible that I stumbled on this house? How is it possible? I didn't even know that man was still alive. He wasn't on my mind at all. How is it possible? Today I know that my bus driver must have been the Holy Spirit. I caught the train in the night back home. In Hamburg, my dad picked me up at the station. After greeting, he said to me, Reinhard, I just heard the news that George Jeffries has died. I said, what? This can't be. I saw him yesterday. But it was the truth. And then I realized, I think I caught a mantle. I think I caught a mantle.